Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a start of another weekend reading vlog. I mentioned in my last vlog that I kind of wanted to try to do weekend vlogs and then maybe just show you guys like little clips from throughout my week. So that's what the beginning portion of this vlog was. And now it's Saturday and the weekend, so I can actually spend time like devoted to reading. For most of the week, I went back to my parents' house and I spent 4th of July with my family, and I really didn't get any reading done. So I'm still reading the book that you guys saw in those clips, and that is The Alchemists of Loom by Elise Kova. This is the first book that I'm reading for the Book Junkie Trials, and this fulfills the challenge of the Elven Guard, which is to read a book with military, war, or political themes. And this is a steampunk fantasy that takes place on this world called Loom. Nobody in this book is a human. They're all like humanoid, like fantasy creature type species. And it is this fantasy world that is split up into 5 different guilds. And when you're born, you are placed into a guild and they brand you with their guild mark on your face. And so it's illegal to not be branded. There's actually like a guide in the back of the book of the whole world that like really helps because the world is super complex. And so the main character is called the White Wraith because she does not have a guild mark. So she is like an outlaw, and basically the world is controlled by dragons, but they're not like the dragons that we think of. They're more like, honestly, the description was kind of like they look like avatars, you know, like the blue James Cameron avatars, and they live in the clouds. A long time ago, they descended from the clouds and kind of colonized Loom, and that's why the guild system is set up that is pretty oppressive. The main character is a criminal because she is not branded. Basically, like the basic plot of this is that there is a dragon who steals something from the Dragon King and goes down to Loom. He teams up with the main character so she can take him to the Alchemists Guild in order to do something. They hate each other because they're enemies. She hates dragons, he hates her. So that's like the basic premise of the book. I feel like I've been describing this book for a really long time. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna be reading this weekend. My main goal is to finish this, and then I have a couple graphic novel arcs that I would like to read this weekend as well if I can get this finished. So yeah, those are my plans. So it's been a couple hours. It actually just started raining, so like the mood is totally set for optimal reading. I have about 30 pages left, so I thought I would just like sit here with the camera on and finish it and then let you guys know what I think. So far though, unless something crazy bad happens in the last 30 pages, I think I'm gonna give this 5 stars because I love it so much. But yeah, I'll talk about it in a minute. I'm gonna finish these last 30 pages. Okay, so yeah, Wow, okay. I really loved this. I definitely am giving it 5 stars. The world building was like so good. There's a lot going on, but it's like the way that she writes it, it's really easy to follow. Like I never got confused, even though there's a lot of different things going on. Like I mentioned, in the back of the book, there's like 5 pages that it's just like world building. I really loved the main character. Her name is Ariana. She also goes by the White Wraith because she's kind of like a very notorious criminal. And she's also bi or pan. It was never fully stated. And I also loved, she had like an apprentice type character who was this girl named Florence, and I loved their relationship. I'd seen some reviews that people thought maybe they had a romance with each other. I didn't get that sense at all, because just the way that they talked about each other definitely felt more like big sister, little sister type of relationship. But I really, really loved it because Ariana is a very like guarded person, and she kind of just immediately hates everybody that she meets. And she's super like tough and mean. But then with Florence, she is like a soft cinnamon roll. I loved seeing the switch in her demeanor and personality compared to like when she was with the dragon and with Florence. And also, speaking of the dragon, his name was Sabare. Their relationship was so good. Like it was definitely enemies to lovers. I posted a screenshot of this passage on Twitter because it had like my favorite enemies to lovers trope, and that's when one of the characters like puts a dagger to the other character's neck. Bells go off in my head when that happens. I'm just like, oh, y'all better kiss now. Also, another thing with the like romantic relationship, I hesitate to call it romantic because they're definitely like still kind of in the enemies phase of enemies to lovers. Part of their dynamic that I really loved was that since he's a dragon, he has magical abilities and he's able to slow time. But in order to do that, he had to drink her blood. This is gonna expose me for how fucking weird I am. There's something about like drinking someone else's blood that's like weirdly hot. Am I the only one who thinks that? I think it's just because I love vampires. So I really enjoyed those parts, okay? I'm a weirdo. We get it. What's new?
Hi, Editing Riley here. I would like to clarify that I don't want to drink someone's blood. I mean, it's hot when I see or read characters doing it, okay? I'm not out here drinking blood. Just want to make that very clear, you know, because this is the internet and I don't want some weirdos emailing me like, hi, do you want to drink my blood? Because the answer is no, okay?
Hey guys, it's now Sunday. Today is just gonna be a lazy day. I think I'm gonna like clean my apartment because it's pretty messy, which actually reminds me, a lot of you guys have been asking me for an apartment tour, and that is definitely something that I want to do. I've just been so busy and like my apartment is nowhere near presentable enough to do a tour, and I don't know when I will be able to do that. So it's definitely something I want to do, but it's going to be a little bit, especially because on Tuesday my mom is having surgery, so I'm gonna be spending a lot of time going back and forth between my parents' house and here. So I'm actually not going to have a weekend vlog for this coming weekend. Yeah, I actually just went to my mailbox to pick up the mail, and I had a bunch of packages because I placed an order on ThriftBooks. I've never bought anything off of ThriftBooks before, so this was kind of like an experiment to see what kind of quality the books came in. But I bought a bunch of romance books, so I thought I would just do a little haul for you guys. I'll start with all the ones that I have already read. I bought the whole Outlaws trilogy by Elle Kennedy. This is actually my favorite series of Elle Kennedys, and I feel like they're the ones that are the least talked about, but these are so good. They're post-apocalyptic romance. They're extremely sex positive. The guys in them are like alpha males, but they're not possessive. The second book has my all-time favorite friends to lovers that I've ever read, and then the third book has a throuple, a polyamorous relationship between 3 people that I just fucking love. So yeah, definitely highly recommend these. I'm super excited I finally own them. I also got a copy of The Wedding Date by Jasmine Guillory. I really liked this book. I would say that where this romance is like super explicit, this one is more like fade to black. So if you prefer romance and sex scenes that are fade to black, I would definitely recommend checking out Jasmine Guillory's books. And then the last one out of all of these that I have read is The Governess Affair by Courtney Milan. This is the prequel novella to her brother's Sinister series, and I really, really loved this. I will say that there is a trigger warning for rape because the story revolves around this woman who was raped and she got pregnant and she's now kind of like seeking justice. I would definitely say that Courtney Milan's, well, this series really reminds me of Tessa Dare in the sense that it's very like feminist, forward-thinking historical romance. Maybe not the most accurate, but I would rather read historical romance that's not gonna make me tear out my hair than read accuracy, you know? To go along with this, I bought the actual first book in the series, which is called The Duchess War, and I'm super excited to read this. I definitely just wanna get like really into this series, especially since I'm almost done reading all of Tessa Dare's backlist. I think I have like 2 books left, so this will probably be the series that I get into once I finish Tessa Dare. Then I also, oh my god, I was so excited to find a copy of this. So I got Black Iris by Elliot Wake, formerly known as Leah Rader, but now he is Elliot Wake. Brand new, this book is like, I think it's like 20 something. It's like really, really expensive for a paperback. And I've been recommended this so many times. All I know about it is that it's romance and it's really dark. And I think the main character is pansexual. I'm not 100% sure. I also got 2 Christina Lauren books. I got Sweet Filthy Boy, and then I also got Beautiful Bastards. I really want to get into Christina Lauren's backlist because I really love their romances, but their newer releases, like every single book is less steamy than the one before it, rather than like these, which I've been told are super explicit. Then I also got 2 historical romances by Shauna Galen. So the first one is Third Son's Charm, and this one looked really cool because it is about a woman and her bodyguard. I love the bodyguard trope, so I'm really excited for that. And then this one is called Lord and Lady Spy, and it's pitched as a historical Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which I'm all about. And then the last book I got is Rookie Move by Serena Bowen. This is a hockey romance. I believe this whole series are hockey romances, and this one is between a hockey player and his ex-girlfriend who is now his publicist. Okay, I'm gonna go actually get some reading done today because I've been sitting here for like an hour not reading, and this is a reading vlog. Oh, y'all didn't see my Chick-fil-A bag. So I just finished reading both Mooncakes and crap, what was it called? Witchy? And I gave both of them 4 stars. Mooncakes is about a witch and a werewolf, and there was so much diversity. They're both Chinese American. The witch is hard of hearing, and the werewolf is non-binary. They have to work together because there's like demons and cults, and they were like childhood crushes, but then they got separated and now they're reunited again. I really liked it. It was so cute. Mooncakes takes place like in our world where there's witches, and then Witchy takes place in like a fantasy world where there's witches, and basically your like magical ability is tied to your hair length. So the longer hair you have, the more powerful you are. And the main character, her father had really, really long hair and he was killed for it. So now she is hiding the fact that she also has really long hair. So she like braids it in a way to make it look really short. And because of that, she's like bullied in school because if you have short hair, it means you're a bad witch. And she's dealing with trying to not be found out. What are you doing back there? Hey.
looks like he was just caught doing something nasty. But I really like both of them. These were two really good, like, witchy graphic novels with a lot of diversity, and they were a lot of fun. I don't think I'm gonna do any more reading tonight because I want to finish Stranger Things. I have 2 episodes left and I'm really nervous that somebody I love is going to die. I don't even want to finish because I'm so scared. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!